You ever open an anime just to check the first episode? And suddenly it's 3 a.m., your eyes are dry, your life decisions are questionable, and you're like, okay, one more episode, just one more, and then sunrise hits you like betrayal? 2026 is that kind of year. This is not the usual safe, predictable anime lineup, no slow warm-ups, no. It gets good after episode 5 nonsense. Nah, these shows walk in, grab you by the collar in episode 1, and go, sit down, you're not leaving. And the wild part? They're all completely different flavors. Dark, emotional, chaotic, beautiful, brutal. It's like the anime industry just woke up and said, you know what, let's not play safe this year. So yeah, let's talk about the ones that are already making noise. The ones that will absolutely ruin your sleep schedule. First up, Sentenced to be a Hero? This one doesn't even pretend to be nice. You know how most fantasy anime start with some chosen one, destiny, hope, friendship, all that good stuff? Yeah, throw that out the window. This world says, you messed up? Cool, now go die for us. Some criminals aren't jailed, they're turned into heroes, forced into a penal military unit and sent straight into a demon king's army like disposable tools? Not heroes, not saviors, just bodies. And that flip is the hook. Because now you're not watching noble people rise. You're watching desperate, dangerous individuals trying not to die. And the thing is, they're not even good people. That's what makes it interesting. You don't trust them. You don't fully root for them, but you can't look away. It's messy. Morality is all over the place. Nobody feels safe. And honestly, that tension, it hits immediately. And the vibe, oh man, gritty, heavy shadows, grounded fights. Studio Kai is leaning into that darker aesthetic hard, and it shows. Every battle feels like it has weight. Not flashy, not exaggerated, just brutal survival. This is the kind of anime where you finish episode 1 and just sit there like, yeah, okay, nobody's making it out clean. Now let's switch gears completely. Hat Atelier? This one feels different. Like, you know, that soft, cozy fantasy vibe? The kind that feels warm at first? Yeah, this starts there. And then slowly, quietly, it starts breaking your heart. The story follows Coco, a normal girl in a world where magic exists, but only for those born with it. That's the rule. That's the system. And then she discovers the truth. Magic isn't a gift. It's something you can learn. And that's where everything flips. Because suddenly magic becomes accessible, but also dangerous. And there's a cost. There's always a cost. And I think that's what pulls you in. Not just the concept, but the feeling. It starts soft, almost comforting, and then slowly the consequences start creeping in. But let's be real for a second. The visuals. If this adaptation stays true, this could easily be one of the most beautiful anime you'll see. The magic isn't just effects. It's drawn. Intricate circles, symbols, flowing designs. It feels handcrafted. Like every spell means something. You come in thinking, okay, this looks nice, and then you stay because it hurts. That emotional shift? Yeah, that's the trap. Now, Demons of the Shadow Realm. Okay, this one, you can feel the confidence already. Created by Hiromu Arakawa, yeah, that name alone sets expectations high, and honestly, it shows. The story follows twins, Yuru and Asa, separated at birth, both tied to these powerful entities called demons. And no, these aren't cute spirit companions. These things are dangerous, strategic, deeply connected to their users. And the hook here is simple: duality. 2 siblings, 2 paths, 2 powers, and some bigger mystery sitting right in the middle. You can already feel that tension building, like, how are these two gonna collide? What's really going on behind all of this? And then you add studio bones into the mix. You already know what that means. Clean animation, fluid fights, strong character acting. It's that kind of production where everything just flows. This is probably the most guaranteed hit on the list. Not safe in a boring way, safe in a, yeah, this is going to deliver. No question. You start it, and you already know you're in good hands. Next. Snowball Earth. Okay, pause. This one is sneaky. At first glance, you look at it and go, okay. Giant robots, alien monsters, humanity fighting back. Seen that before. But then, it hits you with the twist. The story doesn't start at the beginning of the war. It starts after humanity already lost. That changes everything. The main character, Tetsuo Yabusame, is not your typical rising hero. He already did the hero thing. As a child prodigy, he pilots this giant robot, Yukio, and fights off invading alien kaiju. Humanity calls him a savior, and then the war ends. But not the way you expect. He goes into cryosleep and wakes up years later to a completely frozen Earth. Not damaged, not struggling, frozen. Civilization gone, the planet turned into a literal snowball, and suddenly, the story shifts. It's no longer save the world. It becomes, what happened to the world I already saved? That's the hook. Instantly. Because now you're not just dealing with monsters. You're dealing with a frozen ecosystem, broken human societies, unknown forces behind the collapse. It becomes a journey. A quiet, heavy one. And Tetsuo himself, he's not loud, not confident, not giving speeches every 5 minutes. He's awkward, distant, a kid who never really learned how to live outside of fighting. So, when he wakes up to a dead world, it hits harder. He's not just trying to save humanity, he's trying to figure out how to exist in it. And the mecha element, it's not just action. His robot, Yukio, represents his entire identity. His role as a savior, his only real connection. So when the story shifts, even that absence starts to matter. Yeah, there are big fights, massive scale, destruction. But the real strength of this story, it slows down. It gets lonely, reflective, slightly haunting, and episode 1, it doesn't waste time. War, hero. Final battle, time skip, frozen Earth, boom, you're in. It looks like a typical mecha show, but it's really about what happens after the victory, and that stays with you. Now, Sekiro, no defeat? You already know the vibe. This is not loud, not flashy, not screaming power-ups every 2 seconds. This is quiet, focused, deadly, a shinobi, a kidnapped lord, a war-torn feudal Japan setting, and one goal, rescue. That's it. And the hook here? Combat realism. Every fight feels like it matters. Timing, precision, one mistake, and it's over. No wasted movement, no unnecessary drama. Just pure, calculated action. If they get the sword choreography right, and that's a big if, but also a very exciting one, this could easily become one of the most intense action anime of the year. It's the kind of show where you lean forward while watching. You're not relaxed, you're locked in. Every clash feels personal, every duel feels final. And honestly, that kind of tension hooks you instantly. And finally, Black Torch. Okay, now we breathe a little, because this one is just fun. Fast, loud, energetic, no time to sit and overthink. The story follows a delinquent ninja who can talk to animals, which already sounds chaotic, and then he merges with a powerful Mononoke spirit and gets dragged into a hidden war. And yeah, there's a talking cat, but not the cute, soft, aw, look at him kind. This one is dangerous, sarcastic, ready to throw hands, and the energy? That's the hook. You don't ease into this anime, it just throws you straight into action. Powers, fights, personality, everything hits fast. It's stylish, it's addictive. It's the kind of show you watch when you just want to have a good time without overthinking. And honestly, sometimes that's exactly what you need. So yeah, now you're sitting there thinking, okay, but where do I even start? Depends on your mood. If you want something dark and heavy, where nobody feels safe, go with Sentenced to be a Hero. If you want something beautiful that slowly breaks your heart, which Hat Atelier is waiting? If you want something that's almost guaranteed to deliver on every level, Demons of the Shadow Realm. If you want scale, mystery, and that quiet emotional punch, Snowball Earth. If you want intense, precise combat that keeps you on edge, Sekiro. And if you just want pure, chaotic fun, Black Torch. But let's be honest for a second, you're not stopping at one. You'll start with one, sure. Then you'll say, okay, maybe just one more episode of another show. And then suddenly, it's 3 a.m. again. Because 2026 anime isn't easing you in. It's grabbing you from episode 1 and not letting go. Now, I'm not even gonna pretend you'll pick just one. You'll start with one, sure. And then somehow you're 3 shows deep, sleep schedule gone, life choices questionable. Well, we've all been there. So which one are you starting first?